Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum to all of you guys. I hope you all are good. This is Sue, and today the topic of geography is geographical coordinates and its characteristics, and the second one is world time zone. So, before moving towards the geographical coordinates and its main characteristics, firstly we have to remember the directions, because mostly people even don't know the directions of east, west, north and south. They become confused when they are asked to locate any area on the globe. So these are the dilemmas of our society. So firstly we have to remember that where is the east located, then west, then north and then south. And to make it more easier, it will be I will tell you according to Pakistan, that on the east there's that country, on the west that country lies, on the north and on the west. So that's and this is the lecture which is gonna be very important and very interesting. So starting from here, like this, we say this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. And to make these directions more easier, we can conclude it as this is northeast, this is northwest, this is southwest, and this is southeast. So these are the locations that this is east direction. Always whenever we are going to locate any area on the globe, we must have to know that where is the east, where is the west, because whenever you are going to locate any area, you must know its directions, because you will see that this is the longitude, 180 degree longitude, 180 degree east, or 180 degree north, 180 degree south. So these are gonna be very important if you will remember the directions of east, west, north and south. So this was the east, this is the west, north and south. So to make it more convenient, let's see that on the east of Pakistan, northeast or east of Pakistan, India lies here. India. And then if we see that on the southeast of Pakistan, there is located Arabian Sea, Bahira Arab. So Arabian Sea lies on the southeast of Pakistan. But here, if we see on the southwest of Pakistan, we will see there is Iran is located. Iran. Now if we move towards the northwest, so there lies Afghanistan. So these are the countries that you have to know to remember these ideas very well, because this will help you to locate any area on the map of the world, and this will help you to know the time zone, to know the location of any area. So these must be remembered by the beginners of geographical coordinates and its characteristics. Very important for the beginners. So after the geographical coordinates and its characteristics, there comes longitude and latitude. So let's move towards it. So firstly there's longitude. So as you can see here on this globe, that the red painted line is called as prime meridian, and the other lines, the white lines, are called as lines of longitude. So what are the lines of longitude? Let's see. Longitude specifies positions east and west as the angle between the prime meridian and a second meridian that intersects the point of interest. So let's see. So let's take it as east side, and this is west side. This is north and this is south. The upper side is north and the lower side is south. So the east and west. The longitude, what is the function of longitude? Longitude specifies positions east and west as the angle between the prime meridian and a second meridian that intersects the point of interest. The second meridian here is called as international dateline, that is on the opposite of this globe. So prime meridian, what is prime meridian? Prime meridian is the line which dissects the earth into two equal parts, as east and as west. So here, as you can see, there is written east and there it is written as west. So these are the two parts which are dissected by the prime meridian line. So prime meridian line, what it happens, let's see. Longitude ranges from 180 degree east to minus 180 degree west. 180 degree east and west longitudinal lines form the international date line, because when we see that this is the prime meridian and it is at 0 degree, and when we will move from prime meridians towards the east, the time will be added. If we will try to know the time at any location towards the east, we must know that the time will be added there. So that east will be referred as plus 80 degree plus 80 degree range of east will be on the right side, and minus 180 degree west will be on the west side. Here, as you can see the international dateline term. So the international dateline, it is the line which is present at the opposite side of the prime meridian, because here in this picture we can only see the front side of the globe, but if we will see the back side of the globe, we will come to know that there is also a line that dissects the earth into two equal parts. So that line will be called as international date line. So east and west longitude together form the international date line. Now it comes as latitude. So latitude specifies position north and south in terms of the angle subtended at the center of the earth between two imaginary lines, one that intersects the equator and another that intersects the point of interest. So, lines of latitude. What are these lines of latitude? Lines of latitudes are horizontal lines, and it specifies the north and south position. So, as we have seen in the longitude, that the lines of longitude are vertical, and these are also vertically arranged, but in case of latitude these are horizontally arranged. Latitude ranges from plus 90 degree north at the north pole to minus 90 degree at the south pole. But if we compare this latitude to the longitude, so we have discussed that the longitude ranges from plus 180 degree east to minus 180 degree west. But here in this latitude, here it ranges from plus 90 degree at north pole to minus 90 degree to south pole. So these lines of latitudes are known as parallels. These are parallelly arranged, but in case of lines of longitude, these are slightly converged. They meet up at a certain point. So these are the lines of longitudinal are not parallel, but the lines of latitude are parallel to each other. So here in this diagram you will have the conception of this world map or world time zone very easy, like this. As you can see here, that this is the north pole, this is the east side, this is the west, and this is the south. So here, as you can see, these lines are referred as parallels. So these parallels, as we have discussed in the previous slide, that the lines of latitude are called parallels because these are parallel to each other and equally arranged. And meridians, the vertically arranged lines, are called as meridians, and these are also called as lines of longitudes. So if we want to calculate any point, So how can we see it as like that? This is the point here located, that red point. This is the red point, and it is going to be explained like, if if we are going to find its location, then we will say that it is 40-degree north and 30-degree west. So that's how the degrees are located on the map, and that's how we find the location of any area on the globe. And there are many other important terms as well, that this is the line as this is the equator line, and this is the prime meridian line, which dissects the earth into two equal parts and called as the longitude. In longitude we learn about the prime meridian, but in latitude we talk about the equator, north and south, which specifies the location of north and south. But in case of longitude, it specifies the location of east and west by the line prime meridian, which dissects the earth into two equal parts. This is a very important thing, that we come to know that at higher latitudes the length of parallels decreases to zero at 90-degree north and south. It means that as we go higher to the Arctic Circle or to the frigid zone, the length of parallels becomes too small, becomes to zero. They decreases to zero at 90-degree north and south. If we go upward on the north side, it will be 90-degree north, but the length of parallel will be decreased to zero. Samely, that is similarly, when we come downward to the south pole, the south pole will be 90-degree. Its range will be 90-degree, but the length of parallel will decrease to zero. So at higher latitudes or low latitudes, the length of parallels started to decrease to zero, because these are parallel lines, and as they start their journey from equator to the upper side or to the lower side, they start to become more smaller, and eventually their length decreases to zero. But if we talk about the lines of longitude, so these are not parallel at all, but they converge toward the poles. It means when from the point where they start their journey, they start to converge towards the pole, because they meet at a certain point at the pole. They are not parallel to each other, they rotate. So that's how we come to know that lines of longitude are not parallel, but they start to converge towards the poles. Thus, while a degree of longitude at the equator is equal to a distance of about 111 kilometers, that distance decreases to zero at the poles, because that distance, which is 111 kilometers at equator, but if it will move to the pole, it will decrease to zero. So that's how we explain it, and we find it very easy.